We're tracking two major breaking news alerts. Tonight, our first look at body camera video of a deadly shooting involving Camden County deputies this week, and hearing from the family of the woman killed after they watched the footage.
And a federal appeals court overturns former Representative Corrine Brown's conviction on tax and fraud charges.
And Brown was convicted in 2017 on 18 fraud and tax charges related to her role in using contributions to the One Door for Education charity for personal expenses and events.
She was released from prison last year due to the coronavirus pandemic. Brown's appeal focused on whether the judge was justified in replacing one of the jurors in the case. Corrine Brown's criminal record is now wiped clean. She can vote, hold public office, and even carry firearms. 9 federal appeals court judges ruled to overturn her conviction, and 4 dissented. But this does not mean that Brown is acquitted of this case entirely. Instead, this means that Judge Corrigan, who heard Brown's case, made an error in discharging a juror who said the Holy Spirit told him Brown was not guilty of fraud and tax charges. Brown was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison and let out last year due to COVID-19 concerns. We spoke with federal prosecutor Curtis Fallgatter, who's not associated with this case, who says Brown would not have gone to prison if that juror wasn't removed.
The reality is, if he had not been kicked off the jury, there would not have been a conviction. I mean, that's the whole point to why the Court of Appeals feels like this is appropriate for retrial, because that gentleman was going to quit. And your station did an interview of a second juror, you may recall, who was also prepared to acquit.
Fallgatter says the government is now going to have to decide whether or not they want to spend more taxpayer money to retry Corrine Brown, who's 74 years old and already served time in prison. He says high-ranking Department of Justice attorneys will have to weigh in on this case if prosecutors pursue a retrial.
You're at the pinnacle of the 11th Circuit. You can't go any higher than the en-banc court with all the judges ruling. So that's the end of the road for an appeal to the 11th Circuit. The only court above them is the U.S. Supreme Court. And it just doesn't seem like the kind of case the U.S. Supreme Court would weigh in on.
News4JAX also spoke with former Mayor John Delaney, who led the city while Corrine Brown was in Congress. Delaney is a Republican leader who found an ally on the opposing political party in Corrine Brown and a friend for life.
Yeah, Delaney told me tonight that even after conviction, he visited Brown several times in federal prison, where he found her to be active, helping other female inmates with different issues. And Delaney says Brown was constantly upbeat and never lost faith that she would be vindicated.
Well, I'm happy for Corrine as a friend, and even though we disagree on about everything politically, she's a decent person and has been a great ally. I visited her while she was in prison, which my faith tells us that we should do. And I also think it was the right legal ruling. But I've joked with her while the appeal was pending that she's got to be glad for Republicans, because the conservative judges and the Trump appointees are ones who have focused on religious liberty. And so it's kind of a topsy-turvy thing, because Congresswoman Brown, very, very liberal, kind of a down the line Democrat. And in this case, it was the religious right, many of whom filed briefs in support of her appeal that helped get her conviction tossed out.
Now, the man who represented Corrine Brown when her case first went to trial says what happened in her appeal is rare, adding that it's very difficult for a judge to do something regarding a juror that would be overturned later on by an appellate court.
While attorney James Smith says he has great respect for Judge Timothy Corrigan, who presided over Brown's initial trial, Smith says the appeals court decided Corrigan abused his discretion by dismissing a juror who said on record he could follow the rules of the law.
Despite his statement on the record that he was still going to follow the judge's instructions and follow the law, the judge dismissed him because the judge believed that he was taking influence from an improper external force. In other words, the judge came to the conclusion that the juror was basing his decisions on religious influences rather than the facts and the law.
Smith says based on Corrine Brown's age and the resources needed to retry the case, he believes Brown will not be prosecuted again in this case.
As the case unfolds and heads to the next step, News4JAX will be there. Right now, we've posted the entire judgment released tonight, including how the judges reached the conclusion to overturn the conviction on news4jax.com. And coming up at 11, more analysis of today's decision and reaction from the people who are close to the former Congresswoman.